You look at the Twitter feed of Kari Lake and the Kari Lake War Room, they put up 28 posts on Twitter of 28 people speaking with concerns and comments and yelling at us. But when it came down to answering every one of those questions, not one tweet from Kari Lake explaining why there was the problems at the polling site, why there were some lies, not one explanation to the voters. It's a perfect example of Kari Lake not wanting to tell the voters the truth. Our elections were safe, secure, accurate. Everyone had the right to exercise the most fundamental right they have, the right to vote. And when you have folks that are throwing rocks at the system, but not wanting to tell the voters the truth, that's unconscionable. Shame on her. Shame on her. The voters spoke. They decided. It just happened to not be her or some of the other candidates. It is what it is. The voters had the opportunity to have their voices heard. Ballots were counted. And this election was safe, secure, and accurate. Mr. Chairman, in my opinion, the 2022 election is over.
Maricopa County has certified the 2022 gubernatorial election by a unanimous vote, meaning incumbent Katie Hobbs has won and Kari Lake has officially lost. Supervisors in Arizona's Maricopa County voted unanimously to certify their election canvass ahead of a state deadline on Monday, defying Republican objections. The Republican-controlled board voted unanimously to certify the canvass on Monday at the conclusion of a tense meeting, insisting no voter was disenfranchised. Dozens of residents spoke about their concerns, at times interrupting supervisors, including some attendees who were escorted out of the room, alleging that ballot counting machines in the state were improperly certified, a claim elections director Kari Lake, a registered Republican, has categorically denied. Keep that in mind as I show you this.
What we've seen from you in the election office and your response, very simple questions needed to be asked. 2020 was a disaster. How was 2022 worse? You cannot say that you can certify an election when half of the voting machines were down. Was it 1,000 people that were disenfranchised? Was it 10,000 of the people that were there in line, or the people that didn't show up because they saw on the news the election machines didn't work?
So he's talking about the Republicans, not the Democrats. And isn't this very similar to what Brian Kemp did, well, after he purged a lot of votes? Now, Kari Lake already filed a lawsuit against Maricopa County officials last week, as of this recording, accusing them of breaking election laws and demanding they provide information about voters whose ballots were impacted by Election Day printer issues. Her case joins other challenges and criticism hurled at Maricopa County by conservative politicians and personalities in the past week. Trump claimed Kari Lake should be installed governor of Arizona. This is almost as bad as the 2020 presidential election, he said. Per USA Today, 70 of the county's 223 voting centers experienced problems with on-site printers producing ballots too light to be read by vote counting machines on Election Day, causing frustration and long lines for voters. Lake's filing alleges that as many as 118 voting locations may have experienced problems. According to Maricopa County officials, fewer than 1% of ballots cast in the election were affected by the problem. Cochise County, which is red and rural, heard from 3 conspiracy theorists who had filed multiple baseless lawsuits in Arizona attempting to overturn the results of the 2020 election before voting to delay their certification. 2 Republicans who last week supported the delay indicated they were certifying, quote, under duress, noting the legal implications if they missed the state deadline. So this is over, but it's not over. We knew Kari Lake would do this because she said as much. Around the same time, though, Merriam-Webster named gaslighting, quote, a deliberate conspiracy to mislead as 2022's word of the year. So do with that what you want. For Rebel HQ, I'm Jeff Wiggins. My architect knows Japanese. For more from the Young Turks, stay right here. To see additional content from yours truly, click on the Jeff Wiggins hashtag. You can also find me on my YouTube channel, We Gonna Be Alright. Thanks for watching.